Man, this offseason got boring out of nowhere, but in today's video, we are going to recap a few things like Rafael Devers signing a new deal with the Red Sox, the Yankees, they've made a trade, and also, look at this, the Phillies have acquired Eric Ullman. If you have no idea who that is, he is a Cubs relief pitcher, at least he was, and this is my former teammate back in the day, so this is a Cooperstown box score. Back in 2009, we beat a team 15-0. Shout out to the West Coast crew for an easy dub, but you can see Luetge, that's me. Yes, I have a real name. I had a home run. Eric had 2 home runs. Yeah, he's really good at baseball. I almost threw a party for Red Sox fans because I thought this Jeff Passan tweet was a bombshell. Third baseman Rafael Devers and the Boston Red Sox are in agreement on a 1-year deal. So they are avoiding arbitration. Rafael Devers, one of the best third basemen in baseball, one of the best players in Boston history, at least hitters, in my opinion. I mean, he's not Ted Williams or David Ortiz, but he is very, very good. I thought this was going to be a multi-year extension. Unfortunately, that is not the case, but this does show that they are in fact talking, which I guess is a good thing. Also, did I really just mention Rafael Devers and Ted Williams within the span of 5 seconds of each other? What am I doing today? Anyways, moving on over to the trade that happened between the Yankees and the Braves. So Lucas Luetge is going to the Braves in exchange for 2 minor leaguers, Caleb Durbin and Indigo Diaz. So if you're a Yankees fan, we'll talk about those 2 young guys in just a second. But the Braves are getting basically 36-year-old. He will be 36 by the time that the season comes around. Lucas Luetge, he is a free agent in 2025. So it's not like he's going to be a rental. He's going to be with the Braves for the next 2 seasons. And I just want to mention, over the last 2 years, in 2021, Lucas pitched 71 innings, and in 2022, he had another 57 innings. Over those combined 129 innings, he had 138 strikeouts, a 9.6 strikeouts per 9, a 0.7 hits per 9, and a 2.92 FIP, along with a 2.71 ERA. I really don't know why the Yankees made this trade. I kind of want to look at their depth chart because do they have other lefties in the pen? So I know that Aroldis Chapman is for sure not coming back, or at least I don't know that. I'm just predicting they don't want anything to do with the guy. So the only other lefty they have in the pen now, if you're not talking about Lucas Luetge, because he was obviously traded, they have Wandy Peralta. If I'm a Yankees fan, I love the Carlos Rodon signing. I love re-signing Aaron Judge, but honestly, the bullpen, yes, Clay Holmes is really good. Johnny Lasagna, aka Jonathan Loaizaga, he's very good. Tommy Kenley, a welcome addition back on the squad. But for me, you need a couple lefties, and whether they have prospects that can fill in the gaps, they're going to trade for other guys, or they have other free agents in mind, they definitely need some bullpen help in the lefty department. So we talked about Lucas Luetge. Let's talk about what the Yankees are getting: an infielder. He's a 22-year-old infielder. What's his name again? Caleb Durbin. He has some sneaky pop in 105 single-A games. He had 22 doubles, 8 home runs, and a 352 on-base percentage. These Yankees just love middle infielders. I don't get it. They have a fetish with them. It's weird. And then they also got a 23-year-old relief pitcher by the name of Indigo Diaz. That is a fantastic baseball name if you ask me. He had a 3.08 ERA in about 50 innings last year. He had 63 strikeouts in those 50 innings, so he's pretty good, although with a career, 4.2 walks per 9, the issue with him is definitely going to be command, and the Yankees, they're pretty good at that. Although, I don't know if the Yankees have brought back Matt Blake. If they don't get Matt Blake back, I'm worried about this guy right here, Indigo, because his command is all over the place. Now, let's go ahead and talk about the other signings that went down. The Washington Nationals have added lefty Dominic Smith to the squad, and if we take a look at the deal, it's only worth $2 million, so it's a very low-risk, kind of medium reward if he ends up performing like he did in 2019 and 2020. Those 2 seasons combined, Dominic Smith in 139 games had 31 doubles, 21 home runs, a 299 batting average with a 366 on base, and a 150 OPS plus. Those are insane offensive numbers, but of course we can't forget the fact that over the last 2 seasons, over his last 203 games, yeah, he's hitting 233 with a 78 OPS plus. That is not good whatsoever, but the Nationals, they're not a great baseball team, so they can take a flyer and lose that money if he's not very good. Evan Longoria is going to the Diamondbacks. I really, really like this signing, and if you're a non-believer in the old man Evan Longoria, I will say back in the day, let's say you're a younger baseball fan, you might not appreciate how good Evan Longoria was when he was with the Rays. He made the All-Star team 3 consecutive years from 2008 to 2010. I don't know how he didn't make a single All-Star team after that, but he's a 3-time All-Star, a multi-time winner. What did I just say? He's won the Gold Glove a lot of times. I'll just go ahead and keep it at that because words are hard, but over the last 2 seasons, I mean, Evan Longoria, when healthy, he has 30 doubles, 27 home runs, 88 RBIs, and a 120 OPS plus. Those are pretty good numbers. He still hits the baseball very hard. I like this Diamondbacks team. I'm not going to say that they're a favorite to win the NL West or anything like that, but could they be a 500 team? Honestly, with all of that young talent and them acquiring Lourdes Gurriel and Gabriel Moreno, they're a pretty solid team. Zach Gallen is a monster. Evan Longoria, if he has 2 decent seasons over the next 2 years, he could be a Hall of Famer. I mean, he has a 58.1 baseball reference WAR. If Scott Rowland gets in and Evan Longoria just plays mediocre baseball over the next 2 seasons, like a 2-win player, 2 consecutive years, that's 4, he'd have 62 WAR. Yeah, I think that's a Hall of Famer. And then last but not least, Jean Segura is going to the Marlins. And you might be asking, Jean Segura, don't the Marlins already have a second baseman in Jazz Chisholm? Yes, they do. Jean is going to be their third baseman. He is essentially going to replace Joey Wendell and whatever remained of Brian Anderson. Jean, over the last few years, from 2021 to 2022, he was an extra base machine, 36 doubles, 24 home runs, 22 stolen bases, and a 343 on base percentage. I don't exactly know why the Phillies didn't bring this kid back, although you could argue that Trey Turner at shortstop and Bryson Stott at second is a better combination. And Gene, I mean, he was trying to say that he was worth $18 million, which was not the case. I think that Gene got 17.5 for the next 2 years as opposed to what he wanted for 2023. So the Marlins definitely got a bargain deal. I like Jean Segura, and honestly, I feel like he fits in pretty nicely, although his third base skills are not going to be the best in my opinion. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe if you enjoyed. We do this almost every single day, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.